Fourth quarter comeback against Rutgers. How much confidence does that give this offense moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the first time I've ever been in like a real shootout, right, offensively, and to go out there and to be able to do that, it definitely gave us a lot of confidence, just showing us that, we can put up a lot of points if we execute and do things right. It felt good. It was one of the most fun games I've been a part of, so yeah, it definitely gave us some confidence for sure.
I know you guys, Pro Football Focus rankings can either ignore them or you like them. I mean, you guys, I think we're the top 5 offensive linemen across the board, and like as a group, 10 points higher than anybody else. Yeah. I mean, you'll take those rankings, but did you feel like Friday was as good as you guys have played this year as a unit?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't even know what PFF looks at, so I can't really answer this question. But, like, I do think we did some good things, but there's also times, I look at the film like, what the hell, like, what are we doing, man? Like, it's hard because you're so hard on yourself and you want to be great and you want to do all these things, and you're never going to have a perfect game. So anytime it can be the best game you ever played, I'm going to remember the things that, I messed up at, and, it's the same thing for the guys in the room. So, yeah, we're not really focused on PFF or anything looking at that, but, we're just focused on us and what we can do, and we'll be the first ones to tell you we think we suck. So
that's healthy, I guess. Yeah. Well, you watch what Indiana's defense did to Illinois' offensive line. A lot of why did they have so much success on Saturday?
Yeah, you watch their D-line, and there's just a lot of movement going on, and they got some veteran players, super good up front, man. They got some big bodies too, and it always starts up front, right? That's where you win or lose games, and they did a great job defensively up front. I think that's where it starts for them. But yeah, just a whole lot of movement, games, whole bunch of stuff making it hard on us, trying to slow us down a little bit. So it's going to present a good challenge for sure.
What do you remember about Penn State in 21 in this building and that Kinnick magic? I mean, you were on the D-line back then.
Yeah, I was on the D-line then. That game was just nuts, man. One that will go down in history for sure. Just being able to be a part of that day was something special. And it's just how loud it was. I think what I remember most is, when Penn State had 3 false starts or whatever it was, it's tough to play here, and, to be able to have a ranked team come into Kinnick, it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's what you play college football for.
What's an extra day of rest and preparation mean after a week of one less day of preparation and rest?
It's nice. That Saturday actually having nothing. I mean, we got back at like 6 a.m. or whatever, so slept in a little bit. To be able to actually get away, relax, just hang out at home, watch a movie or something like that, and not have to worry about football at all. It was really nice. You got to take advantage of those days because you don't get them a whole lot. So it was definitely an awesome day, and I think guys on this team took advantage of that day and got recovered as well.
How's you and Bo's chemistry building? We got to talk to him a little bit last week about, he was so used to Mason where there was almost like unspoken checks at times, and like maybe he's got to remind you a couple things, or like vice versa, maybe you have to do the same.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting better every week. Obviously playing next to someone is super important to have that good chemistry. So I feel like practice is a really big deal at getting better and just getting used to playing next to each other. So I feel like as the weeks are going on, we're just getting more and more comfortable playing next to each other, and yeah, I feel like it's going well.
What did Indiana do against Illinois to have the success they did in the front four?
Yeah, I mean, they just played hard and they showed up ready to go. I mean, I know that sounds pretty simple, but they showed up from the start and pretty much got after them. So they have a really great defense, great offense. They're a great team, and we're going to be ready to go.
Did you grow up an Indiana fan at all?
I went to some games. I wouldn't consider myself an Indiana fan, but my mom did go to school there. My brother's a freshman there now. Got a lot of family ties there, so I never consider myself an Indiana fan, but I watched them here and there.
Sure. Players, what were your favorite players growing up? Did you have any that were Hoosiers?
No, I didn't have any favorite players from Indiana. If I had a favorite player, it was probably from Notre Dame, if I'm going to be honest.
There you go. How's your mom feel about this week?
She's excited. Got a lot of family coming. It's on my birthday, too, on Saturday, so a lot of cool connections. So got about probably 30 family members coming, so excited to see all of them, and they'll all be in Iowa gear. So.
That was my next question. Yeah.
They'll all be in Iowa gear.
That was because Tom Allen was pretty involved with you when they were recruiting you, right? So it wasn't this staff.
It wasn't this staff. It was Coach Allen, who I had a really good relationship with. He's an awesome coach, awesome guy. But, yeah, all along it was Iowa was the place for me.
I mixed up my years there. Of course, you were recruiting. I guess what stands out about this Indiana defense too?
They play extremely hard, and they know their rules. They move around a lot. They try and create chaos, and they've done a really good job of it, obviously, over the past 4 weeks now. So we're going to be ready to play from the start and play together up front and, all be on the same page, and hopefully we'll be all right.
What were some of the things that you kind of picked out on film that against Illinois that they did a really good job of?
They just moved a lot, honestly, from what I've seen. Just stunts and stuff everywhere, and that's what they've done to everyone. No one's been able to block it, so it's been a great will be a great opportunity for us this week. It's a great challenge, and I think we'll be ready to go, hopefully.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it feels like they don't have a lot of size, or they do have size, but it feels like you mentioned, the edge rushers just seem to have a ton of speed.
Yeah.
And they just fly around like crazy.
Yeah, like I said, they're not all 6'6" or whatever, but they play hard, and they're really, really good players, and interior and outside. We're going to have to be ready to go. So it's, like I said, it's a great challenge, and I'm excited. Yeah. Excited to do it on Saturday.
How many texts did you get after Friday night?
Quite a few from my family and friends and stuff. They're all excited, but yeah, quite a few, I'd say.
I know the touchdown last year was awesome, but to make a big catch like that downfield in a game in a moment where you need a play, does that feel bigger than the first touchdown and first catch and all that? Or
honestly, I'd say it feels bigger just because it had obviously a better impact on the game, and it was 30-7, I think, in the Washington game. But it's nice to have an actual good impact on the game like that. So, but I'm just glad I stayed ready for the opportunity. So.
Is that a play you guys have run a lot in practice?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, because we got the look we wanted on that, so we just took our shot and we needed it. So.
What have you seen on tape so far from Indiana? Everyone around the country's talking about it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, obviously they're a really good team. It's going to be a good competition, but we got them at Kinnick, thankfully. So we're going to have an edge, I think. So. But yeah, they have a lot of good players, and I think we can compete really good with them. So yeah.
Did you get to see KB score his first touchdown?
I did see that on Instagram. Yeah. It's really nice to see him thriving over there. So
sure. And Leishon had a huge game.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, that was a good run for sure.
You stay in touch with those guys?
I wasn't really close with Leishon, but KB, I talk to him every now and then. But yeah.
What's it like coming back home, having an extra day to prepare? After a 1 day less to prepare, does it feel just like a lot of good factors working?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like no matter what, we're always going to prepare to our best ability. But 1 day extra, it definitely helps a lot. 1 day rest, definitely helps us, get ready to compete. So.
What's the biggest jump you've seen from Mark just in the last month?
Oh man, a lot of. I mean, he's improved every day, I'd say, ever since camp. Obviously every week you guys are seeing on the field, I feel like he's getting a lot more comfortable out there, and I feel like it's only going to keep going as the weeks go on. So
Seth talked about the emotion Mike shows on the sideline. I think he said after that UMass drive, the opening drive, there's a switch that flipped in him where you just kind of see that passion for football and the team. Were you able to kind of see that?
Yeah, I mean,
that give you some extra juice when you see
Yeah, definitely a lot of juice there, and I feel like it just gives us confidence as an offense as a whole. I feel like we can really take off here as the weeks go on. Like I said, I mean, he's going to be on top of things, and the receivers, we're going to clean things up with, obviously, the drops and everything. We're going to clean everything up. That's why we've been practicing hard every single day. But, we definitely have a lot of confidence going into this game for sure. So
After that catch, the DB thought it was incomplete. Is there a little bit of a sick side of you that likes seeing DBs that think?
I didn't even notice that until, I saw the clip. But, I mean, it's just nice knowing that – I knew I caught it. Obviously, I tucked it right before I got it. So, but yeah, it's whatever on that. So.
You still got to have that same focus, got to be honed into the details. And, any team you play against, you got to eliminate the big plays. So that's definitely the goal.
It seems like the big challenge with them is they can run or pass. They're pretty much almost 50-50 both. What's the challenge when you have a team that can do a little both and they're not just going to wing it 50 times a game?
Just effort and focus. If you focus on your job, each 11 guys just focus on their job with the maximum effort that they can produce, you'll definitely be in good shape and have a good chance to win.
What are you expecting from Kinnick this weekend?
Man, man, I'm thinking about it right now. But, man, it's going to be a great environment, just like always, man. A big game inside Kinnick. The fans going to be riled up, having our back, helping us out. So, man, that's going to be a great experience, man. I can't wait.
How much juice does that give you guys coming out of the tunnel and hearing the crowd like that?
Oh, that give you a lot of juice. That definitely juice you up, man. You hear all 70,000 people cheering for you, man. hoping that you guys win. Got your back. Hopefully they can cause a few false starts and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely excited for this week.
Is this what you kind of love being a college football player? There's so many things going on in college, the money and stuff, but just getting down to the bare bones of being a college football player. You got a top, number 11 team, maybe the most hyped team coming to your place. Is this kind of like what you want? This is what you signed up to be for a D1 athlete, right?
Most definitely, man. Just knowing the task at hand, just going out there with your brothers, knowing they got your back and just competing. It's just so fun, man, especially just being out there with the people that you work so hard with over since January. We've been busting our butts since January, so just to go out there with this opportunity, man, it means a lot, man. It's just a great feeling. It's a great feeling, man.
Play with a little chip on your shoulder because most of the national pundits will probably, Indiana's the hot team. They're going to think they're probably going to roll in here over Iowa. They're the favorite. You guys maybe come in with a little chip on your shoulder that you guys got something to prove?
I mean, I feel like it's nothing better than being an underdog, just doing something that a lot of people don't think you can do, but just having that belief within ourselves and knowing that, we can do anything that we put our minds to. We can do anything that we work for. So just having that, like you said, chip on your shoulder, just that underdog mentality, every single play, every snap. Definitely, man. It's a great opportunity.
Appreciate it, man.
Because the fact you guys played on Friday, you got to watch Indiana, Illinois on Saturday. What are you thinking when you're watching this and watching Indiana, pretty much dismantle Illinois in real time?
They got a lot of playmakers on the offensive side, man. They got a really well coached team, good offense. A lot of guys played together. So you definitely got to be detailed. Focus on the details. That's the main thing. Just focusing on the details, giving maximum effort and practice, just so you can have a great chance, a great opportunity come game time.
And when you're watching those games, are you watching them like schematically, or are you just watching the game as just casually, or how? I mean, when you're watching your next opponent play, are you watching just how they work?
I feel like every time I watch film, you always got to pay attention to the details. No matter what it is, I feel like I never really watch film casually. It's always you looking for, tendencies, stuff like that. You paying attention to receivers, you paying attention to splits and things like that. So you always watching it with a detailed eye.
Do you do that when you watch it on TV?
Yeah, you have to.
Same approach.
I feel like my mind don't work no other way. Even with NFL games, like my mind is just. I feel like since I becoming a college athlete and the way I watch film, it's kind of hard for me to really watch a game to enjoy it. My mind always working and stuff like that. So
yeah, he's a great quarterback. He makes his reads pretty fast, get the ball out fast. He's pretty accurate. So we got to try to put pressure on him, make him a little bit uncomfortable. Get in his face so we can try to stop him.
You personally, you're playing at home, 11th ranked team coming in, maybe the most talked about team right now. Just the excitement. Is this what you come to big college football to play for in games like this?
Yeah, I think if you play college football, you pray for games like this. Being able to play a top team like this in our in Kinnick, I think we ready for the challenge, ready to uphold the standard and eventually come out here with a win.
How do you play defense against a quarterback that makes his decisions as quickly as Fernando does and can read coverages as quickly as he does? What can you do as a DB?
Yeah, like I said, I think first we just need to stop the run so we'll be able to make them one-dimensional, and then after that it just comes down to us communicating the back end, just trying to do our job. Hopefully get some pressure in his face, make him a little bit uncomfortable, throw some off-platform throws, just try to do our job from there.
They got a lot of yards against Illinois after missed tackles, so that's going to be the focus every week, but just even more so that they can't get anything extra. What has that focus been?
Yeah, we definitely just got to, just play our alignments, play our keys, and we got to wrap up. We got to just make sure we get a ball handler down with the first tackle because, like you said, they're great yards after contact. So, that's a big point this week, just trying to wrap up and tackle.
How much does it help to have an extra day of rest and preparation after having one less day of rest and preparation?
Yeah, I think it's definitely to our advantage. But like you say, it's college football. These are, they're ranked number 11 for a reason. So we got to come in there Saturday ready to play, ready to be aggressive and dominate.
Does it help going up against Rutgers receiving core, a great receiving core, a lot of size, a lot of advantages they had to go up against against another receiving core that's kind of similar. I mean, some of the guys are kind of.
Yeah, I think they're definitely kind of similar as far as just trying to get the ball out fast, just take what they give them. But like I said, I think last week was a great matchup for us, be able to see that and be able to realize, okay, there's a couple things we might have to fix. So I think going out there last week and seeing that is going to definitely help us go out here this week and be able to be better on the defense side of the ball.
They haven't been on the road yet, and Kinnick against ranked teams. I'm sure you've heard stories about 21 against Penn State and what that environment was like. To be in that environment, to be back home, it's homecoming. A ranked team comes in, to be able to defend your home turf, that's got to be an exciting thing.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. We can definitely use it to our advantage, but just us being a Kinnick is not going to help us win a game. So, we still got to go out here and do our job and compete at a high level. And, I think if we walk out that field and knowing everybody gave their best effort, I think we'll walk off in a happy result.
What's the biggest thing you've developed in your game over the last year, going from, hoping to get reps to now, your role continues to expand, it feels like in the last.
Yeah, like I always say, coming in college from receiver, I just really had to adapt to the playbook and just learning the defense side of the ball. Having a coach like Coach Parker, he's been great with helping me just building my knowledge of the game, be able to read my keys and see things faster. It's still something I'm working at, but I'm definitely getting there. So I feel like when I just get there fully and be more comfortable, I'll be able to showcase my skills.
How big was that for the defense to finally get that first takeaway?
Yeah, it's huge. I think as a defense, like we're playing fast every game. We're doing the things that we need to. The ball just really hasn't came our way. But what we're doing will lead to turnovers. So for that first one to get out of the way, that's awesome. But I think if we just keep doing the same stuff, more turnovers will start to flow in. So yeah.
You guys talked about how it wasn't the cleanest game with the explosives, but you guys still ended up winning. Just to overcome that adversity and again in a tight game, what did that show you about you guys?
I think it showed that we have a lot of resilience, in that when one side may be lacking on the ball, like the offense can pick it up, the special teams can pick it up. If one of them's lacking, the defense can pick it up. And I think that was the story of two halves there. We might have struggled in the first half on defensively, but our offense was keeping us in it, our special teams keeping us in it. And then that second half, we kind of worked together all three phases to make what happened happen. So I think it showed resilience, but also showed how together we are as a team.
What's Indiana do to run so well?
They're very fundamentally sound, right? And they're very physical. I think their coach over there, he has them play hard. I bet their practices are extremely physical, extremely violent. We tried to do the same stuff. So I think a lot of it is, they get a guy in a gap and they move that guy out of that gap. So a lot of it's going to be us being sound in our gaps and the run fits, while also, swarming that ball carrier. If those running backs have one guy on them, hopefully we make that tackle, but we got to get as many guys as we can on that running back. So
what does Mendoza do to run that RPO so well? He makes his decisions, he's accurate, and when he decides to hand it off, it feels like the linebackers have a lot on their plate this week.
Yeah, he's just really good with his eyes. He's great with that read, and when he makes his decision, he makes it fast and he's confident about it. But there's a lot of things that we can do to take that away. Tight coverage, helps, and then also us hitting our fits fast at the same time. Depending if we need to be fast or slow, that can always affect his read. So, a lot of it does come down to who he's reading and what that guy's doing. But there's a lot of things we can do to help stop that. So.
Do you remember your last interception? I'm guessing you had some at Xavier, right?
Yeah, no, I did. My last one probably would have been state playoffs versus Grinnell, maybe, I think, my senior year. I think I had two that game. Yeah, and it's been a while, so that's probably 5 years. So it's good to get one again, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was exciting.
I'm guessing you guys don't run a ton of drills where linebackers are diving for interceptions, or do you? Do you prep like?
No, we don't. One thing about Coach Wallace, we don't do too many ball drills as a linebacker crew. The DBs are doing ball drills every day. He says, if you didn't play catch with your dad, you can't catch, and that's the end of it. So that's how we know.
So you played catch with your dad?
I did play catch with my dad. Luckily, he was throwing the ball to me very early, so that helped.
What was that moment like for you? It was walk on to have that special moment.
Yeah, it was great. It was just great just having my teammates around me for that. I'm glad it happened how it did, and it is awesome. That something like that came into fruition finally, like a big play. But it was really just great to have my teammates celebrate with me, and for that to help us get that win. So that's what made it really special to me.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you? It looks like you've been going in the third and long type situations. What would that be, the nickel?
Yeah.
Like where Jayden comes out. How comfortable are you in that situation? Are you the weak there or the middle?
Technically the weak, but I mean it's a lot of man alignments with that. And I mean I'm very comfortable with that. I came in as a DB. I think that helps me. Like I understand the coverages and what we need to do. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff is all about your leverage, and you know that's what Coach Wallace harps on is keeping your leverage, and that puts you in good positions. So that's just what I always focus on. Yeah.
Sure. That was a fun play on Friday. How long have you guys been working on a screen like that, and just to have that much green in front of you when you catch the ball has got to be great?
Well, we actually just put it in this week, but we ran it before in camp, so it was actually, when we ran it in practice, it was like almost like the exact same scenario, just all that grass. The line did a really good job of selling it. Yeah.
What's been your journey the last year or so, growing into a role now with Addison out, that role expands, and just, you know, is this where you were picturing yourself to be, you know, becoming a bigger and bigger part of the offense coming into this season?
This early, honestly, no. I mean, last year I was a scout team guy, just kind of figuring out everything, just trying to do the best I could, really. And then after the bye week, I kind of started to gain some more traction, and then I moved over, start working with the offense throughout the middle of the season, and then I got on some special teams towards the end of the year last year, and then I just kind of built from there. Had a good winter, had a good spring, and then just kept continuing to build off of that and gain the coach's trust.
Yeah. Any welcome to college football moments in practice last year or even this year as you keep learning tight end?
Definitely, we have this drill where kind of just linebacker versus tight end, just going against each other. I kind of definitely got put on my butt a few times.
Who did it?
I can't remember, but I remember it was not a good feeling.
Are you starting to turn the tide in drills like that though?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
What's Ray done for you, just getting in the weight room and helping out in that program?
Always been huge. She's been huge. Just kind of building me on like a plan of like, because I came in 210. Just telling me what to do and how I need to level up if I want to, because you can't play tight end in the Big Ten at 210. No.
What are you now?
240.
That's 30 pounds is a lot more than just lift heavy stuff and eat. I mean, just what kind of journey is that to put on more than 10% of your body weight from last year?
It was definitely a journey, you know, just constantly eating. I mean, I think I ate every 2 hours, just constantly, just always shoving food down my throat. So yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it turns into a chore. It really does turn into a chore. Just got to find enjoyment in it, I guess.
Is there anything you've got done in the weight room in the last year that you're particularly proud of, whether it's a lift or a number or anything like that?
I definitely say my lower body strength. I'm really happy with like my growth there, especially. So.
What's Abdul helped you with so far?
Just really, I feel like the most thing he's helped me with is my love of the game. Like he really pushes me to like be the best, and because you got to really love it. You got to really love it. Like this is a grind. So I'd say like definitely that and my run blocking. Sure. My run blocking. I didn't do any run blocking in high school. So coming here is definitely a challenge to get through that. But I feel like I'm just continually growing in that area of my game.
A guy like Hayden feels like he's embraced anything and everything he's had to do. What has he meant to you as you grow in the program and hopefully continue the legacy?
I feel like he's like the heart and soul, not only the tight end room, but the team. The way he goes about everything, the way he works, the way he acts, it's everything that you would want to be.
What's his pregame hype speech like?
Oh, it gets me going. Just, I don't really listen to the words. Just how he says it. It's just really what gets me going.